Hello. This is Alexis with Metaspace Counseling and Wellness, and I thought I'd come in today right on the edge of this holiday, this Thanksgiving holiday, but the edge of many holidays. This is a holiday season, and talk about being with your family and being in toxic situations. The reason I thought to do this video is because I have been noticing lots of themes on the internet, on social media around if you don't want to be around your family, you don't have to be in toxic situations. And let me just put my disclaimer out there. I support that 100%. I really do. If there is some toxicity going on in your family, I don't support people putting themselves, in the line of fire, if you will, for toxic people. Being, chronically gaslit, or any of those types of situations, right? I do want to say that there are two categories, or probably more. I don't really like to be too dichotomous, but there, for the sake of this post and video, there are usually two categories. The people who are who are going to say, like, bump it, I'm not going to put up with this toxicity and not go to family gatherings. And then there are the people who are know that they have some toxic family members, and they're like, well, they're my family, I'm going to go, right? And so I'm not really talking to this group of people who are like, this is too toxic for me. It's traumatizing, it's overwhelming and stressful. Not doing it, right? I say do you. 100%. For those folks who feel like being with your family sometimes can be a little bit double-edged, right? Like, and when I say double-edged, I mean like toxic AF, and like they're also kind of entertaining, and not all of them are like that. And they get on my nerve and I love them to life type of deal. So what are some things that you can do in order to get through this holiday and manage loved ones? All right, I got 3 things. And remember, this is families can be double-edged. So it is completely okay to, not really okay for families to be toxic, but you know what? We're going to work with what we got. Most families have some toxicity in them. That's just the nature of being humans, right? So we know that there's going to be like toxic AF and like I love them to life. What do? Well, the first thing is learn how to self-regulate, all right? So let's just put it out there and know that, you know what? I'm going to be triggered. I know I'm about to be activated, all right? So what am I going to do in order to manage that activation? Well, one of my number one go-tos more than anything is diaphragmatic breathing. And that is because when a family member is coming at you because of your weight or your marriage or lack thereof, or family planning, that extra slice of sweet potato pie, all of that, when they're coming at you, our body and our nervous system on some level is sensing that as a threat, 100%, okay? And so if our body is sensing that as a threat, we're going into some mode of fight or flight. It means our nervous system is responding. And so what better way to manage that is through deep breathing. So my first thing is deep breathing. When I say that, I mean into your diaphragm. So the next thing that I would say in addition to regulation is co-regulation, right? Because those two kind of go together. So if you're going to a family gathering and it's a little bit toxic, you know what? Hook up with a family member that is supportive. Come up with some kind of code. I'm going to tap you 3 times on your leg. And when I tap you 3 times on your leg, I'm going to need you to rescue me. I'm going to need you to say, you know what? I'm tired, or it's time to go. Or, hey, come in the kitchen real quick. I got something to say. Like, set up some type of co-regulation, or even an eye look, right? Sometimes when your family members are in there just tripping and they got that glass with that brown liquid and them ice cubes in it, and they just like going for like your life, right? Or somebody else's life. Sometimes when that's happening, sometimes just to look across the room and be like, these people crazy and I love them and they're crazy. Sometimes that can just be life-changing. Okay, so in addition to regulation, we're going to do co-regulation. And the last thing that can be so helpful and critical, please read the room. You know what? We are not going to change 30 years of behaviors, 30 years of beliefs in one holiday weekend. It's not going to happen, right? So think about, read the room, read your energy, read their energy. Think about like what you're going to get out of by going down this line of arguments or debates or trying to convince someone that they need to be thinking differently, doing differently, or being differently. Just like, period. Read the room 100%. That is probably, well, you know, all of these are pretty good. Regulation, co-regulation, and reading the room. They're all pretty good, right? So just because you have something to say doesn't mean it needs to be said, right? Sometimes it does need to be said. I'm not advocating being disrespected or being spoken down to. I am advocating reading the room and thinking about your level of energy that you're about to put into somebody's behaviors that's been that way for 30 years, 15 years, 10 years, 2 years, whatever that is. So hopefully this video has been helpful for those individuals who both like know your family is toxic AF and you love them to life because they are like a little entertaining and you laugh a lot, and then maybe your feelings get hurt just a little bit. Maybe you have family members who need to work and be in therapy and they're not in therapy and you're in therapy and you like have all of this growth. I hope that for those individuals who feel like so double-sided or feel like this is so double-edged, that this video is a little bit helpful for you. Co-regulate your system. Learn how to do some diaphragmatic breathing. I guess I could do a quick video about that. Co-regulation. Find somebody in the room that you resonate with, right? And then read the room. Try not to change any behaviors, any 30-year long-standing patterns of behaviors. Try not to do that in one day. It's not going to happen. It ain't even worth it. Just go ahead and get your sweet potato pie or your salad or your dressing and cranberry sauce. Go ahead and get that, eat it, and just you move on to the next issue. All right, until the next time, happy holidays and go forth and regulate. Alrighty.